It's 6:40 and the sun has barely risen. But in a quiet corner of Newmarket, one man is plotting the downfall of one of modern racing's greats. This is Marco Botti, the young trainer who is putting the finishing touches to Excelebration's preparation for a third crack at champion Frankel. So far the score stands at 2-0 to Henry Cecil's colt. But following his defeat at Royal Ascot, Excelebration has recorded impressive victories in both the Hungerford Stakes and the Group 1 Prix de Moulins. So will it be third time lucky for Marco on Champions Day? Jason Weaver went to see the young Italian at his Greenridge stables in Newmarket.
Marco, you've been beaten by Frankel twice this season. Do you believe you could make it third time lucky on Champions Day?
Well, I have to say we're very pleased with the horse. He looks in good order since he came back from France. We're hoping to close the gap. Whether it will be good enough to beat him, who knows. Also depend on which ground we will find at Ascot. But all I can say, I see the horse, much stronger and he's done really well, since he had a break after the St James Palace. So we're hopeful.
I mean, you've got close on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, I thought in the Greenham Stakes was a good run, considering our horse was a little bit inexperienced. Was his first run this year. And they quicken away, clear, from the rest of here, 6-7 lengths, and that they showed a good turn of foot. And St James Palace, perhaps was a little bit rough race, but it was beaten 2 lengths. So to say, it will turn the form, it's hard to see him, anyone beating Frankel, but.
From a physical point of view, he's not overly big, he's a good size, he just looks very correct.
Yeah, he's very correct. He's medium size, as you said, but he's a tough horse. He's very courageous. He always gives his best. And I think just the great attitude, it is so switched off in his work. And the day of the race is always, he just walk around in the paddock so relaxed. So that's, I think, makes a big difference.
Yeah, and of course he had to show his ability to handle different conditions at Longchamp because the ground was pretty bad.
Yeah, this year we found that the ground is soft. Obviously, when he won the German Guineas in Cologne, the ground went a bit soft. But definitely last time in the Prix de Moulins, the ground was far too soft for him. They came back, after the race, and Jamie Spencer said he got away today, but definitely was sleepy on top. And I don't think it's the kind of ground he really wants, So we hopefully we won't find that ground at Ascot.
You just mentioned Jamie Spencer there. Does he look like taking the ride on Champions Day?
I think he will, yeah. I will have to discuss with the owner close to the time and see his engagement, but I think he will. You
originally picked him up for, we were talking about the German filly for 9,000. He didn't cost a lot, this lad.
No, it didn't cost a lot at the sales. I think we were lucky to get him. Probably that was the year Exceeding and Sell wasn't probably doing as well as now, but he's lovely horse and he's correct. So yeah, bit of luck.
After Ascot, would the Breeders' Cup be a consideration?
I don't think we will run above that. So if we go to Ascot, we will probably miss the Breeders' Cup. But again, something I will have to discuss with the owner, see how he goes at Ascot first and how he's after the race.
And will you still be having a chat with him as to whether he would stay in training again as well?
At this stage, I don't know anything whether he will race as a 4-year-old. But again, something we will discuss.
And as far as tactics at Ascot, I don't know, has Frankel got any weaknesses that we might be able to exploit? We haven't seen them yet.
Well, the tough task to beat Frankel, I think, because he's very versatile horse. He can win from the front, he can be held up, so I'm sure they will use the pacemaker to just give a lead and make sure there is an even pace. So it's not going to be a big field. I can see it's going to be a tactic race. I think the best horse will win.
And you're saying about Henry Cecil, we saw him up on the gallops this morning, always saying, he's always saying to you, your horse has a chance,
Yeah, I think he's winding me up, just taking the mick out of me. But it's great. It's great, to have a horse like Excelebration and run against Frankel, and just hopefully we will run a good race.
This is what racing really wants, though, isn't it? Top class action, and you absolutely really enjoying training horses up at the highest level.
Yeah, all the trainers, every year we hope to have a nice horse to go for the big races, and also it's important that they stay sound, which has been a very sound horse this year. So no, it's exciting. We're looking forward to the race.
So everything looks in place for Excelebration as he heads for a third crack at Frankel in the QE2. The horse is in tip-top shape and his young trainer in bullish form. All he needs now is that little bit of luck, and maybe he could strike gold at the third time of asking.